Do you know what your love language is? When I ask men this question, almost unanimously the answer is physical touch. How many of you have read Gary Chapman's book, The Five Love Languages? And all the guys will look around and very few, if any, hands will go up. But they're convinced that physical touch is their primary love language. Why? Because men instantly associate touch with sex, and that is not the point Gary Chapman is making in his book. Thanks for watching my channel. I'm Marc Kitsko, and my mission is to prepare Christian single adults that are dating, to prepare them for marriage. So take a moment, subscribe, hit that button below and that bell, and you'll be notified every week when I send out a video that helps you navigate the complexities of dating in a mixed up world. The Five Love Languages is written to help married couples better communicate and understand how to fill their spouse's love tank. There are 5 love languages that we need, but we each have a primary love language that fills our tank the most. So what are the 5 love languages? If you've watched other videos, they are words of affirmation. Second is quality time. Third is gifts. Fourth is acts of service. And fifth is physical touch. Yow! Today we're talking about physical touch. Men instantly think of sex. So let me share an interesting fact. A married man who is not getting the love or his physical needs met, his sex drive and desire becomes the dominating and overpowering force in his mind. But if a man is being fulfilled in the physical area in his marriage, then many men's primary love language is not physical touch, but one of the other 4. So when we talk about physical touch, we need to take sex off the table for a moment. Physical touch is needed by everybody. The moment a baby is born, what do? They put that baby in the mother's arms and it needs touch. When you think of the elderly going through the time of COVID, what were they missing? Touch. And without it, it led to depression. On a recent deployment, I was talking with a group of people, and on the questionnaire, 100% of the people were missing physical touch, or it scored the highest on their survey of what is their primary love language. The reason is because when you're deployed, you're starving for some kind of physical connection. For a person whose primary love language is physical touch, they enjoy the affirmation they get from the other person and it fills their tank. But understand, not all touches are created equal. Don't assume that physical touch makes someone feel loved because the physical touch makes your spouse feel loved. There's a saying, when you touch a person's body, you touch them emotionally. When you pull away from their body, you pull away from them emotionally. There are 2 categories of touch. The first is expressive touch. This touch says, I want you, baby, and there's no question what's on your mind. The second is implied touch. It's more passive, a hand on the leg, a touch on the arm, that allows the other person to know that you are present and that you're connected with them. It's affirming. The person whose love language is physical touch will enjoy both, but it is the affirming touches when out to eat or at church or while driving that lets them know the 2 of you are connected. If your partner's primary love language is physical touch and you grew up with very little affection in the home, this one might be a challenge for you. So let me give you some tips. Tip number 1, start with something simple like just reaching over in a conversation and touching them on the arm, or just a quick touch on the leg. Second, if you're a person that needs physical touch to feel connected to your partner and you feel your love tank is on empty, communicate that need with the other person and make your request known. But let me say this is a dating note. This is one of the areas, the biggest area that can cause dating couples to morally fail. When starting off dating, everybody loves touch. A simple touch is turned on to an implied touch and then shifts to an expressive touch. In a dating relationship, touch rarely stops at the arm or leg. People are curious, and curiosity what? Killed the cat. Most dating couples that I coach would have a great relationship if they didn't sabotage them by getting too physical too soon. Just saying. I hesitate to open this up for comments below, but if your love language is physical touch, leave a comment below and say what kind of touch most communicates that you are connected to the person that you love. Let me just remind you, keep it clean. Write the comments below. Until next time, live victoriously, and I'll see you in the next video.